Hi, hello, and welcome. I'm definitely not Vlad, and today we're starting a brand spanking new account in World of Warcraft. I'm doing this on NA, so that I can play with the NA part of the community. I'll explain what I'm doing as I go along and set up my account and level my first character, but please don't think I'm doing things in the most efficient way possible. I'm just trying to have fun. Also, I'll be using both voiceover and live yappage throughout the video, so if my voice sounds different from time to time, this is why. So, first things first, cancel that character creation and change realms. When you start the game for the first time, Blizzard puts you onto a new player's realm, which are almost always completely dead from my understanding. We actually want to see other people and have someone to craft things for us later on, so we're going to switch to a high population realm. Don't worry about it saying full, it's not. Since we're playing on NA, we have to also make sure that we're picking an East Coast server. This is because we're EU based and that will reduce our ping compared to other options. We chose Area 52 as it's a high population East Coast horde heavy server. Now we can create our first character. I'm going to go ahead and make myself a paladin and go protection, as it's one of the two tank specs I haven't played so far this season, with the other one being Vengeance Demon Hunter, which I can't even make yet as I need a level 10 character. If you're completely new to the game, don't worry about what you make. You don't have to make a tank, but I feel like I know a thing or two about the game, so I'm just going to go with the tank. Before we can start gaming though, we have to sort out our UI. Instead of importing a bunch of things and redoing settings, I'm just going to copy over most of my add-on settings from my EU account. You can do this by opening up the WTF folder, yes that is what it's called, finding the account and character you want to copy from, and then copying all those files into your uCharacters folder. This isn't perfect, you won't get all of the settings to work perfectly, but it'll be a lot better than doing everything from scratch. Now with just a few more adjustments, we're ready to start questing, but this will be a little bit slower without the heirlooms. First few levels are not going to feel that much different from normal heirloom leveling, because honestly, you just get armor from heirlooms, so it doesn't really make a big difference, I think. I swear to God, I have turned off tutorials. Please stop showing me tutorials. How many times do I have to actually... Okay, I'm going to reload again for the 15th time. Please tell me the tutorials are now done. Tutorials are off. Okay, please just don't show up again. I can't be bothered anymore. Also, apparently I don't have AoE loot because brand new account. Need to get to level whatever the heck to unlock it. There's probably a bunch more settings that I still need to fiddle with, but I'll figure that out as I keep going. Hold on. I feel like the sound is too loud. And for some reason, my action tracker is now gone. Oh, please, God, just end it all. You know what? I wonder if there's anything over on these little islets. I say islets because they're not real islands. They're just, little bits. According to the minimap, there's no treasure chests here, so I'm kind of wasting my time, yet I am somehow still having fun by exploring. So far, the only thing I missed from heirlooms is having the heirloom mount. That part I could definitely do with. But hey, by the time we're done with this island, we'll have a flying mount and we'll be fine, I think. Actually, do you get one at level 10? Do I get a flying mount? Actually, never mind. I have the Algerian Stormrider. I think I bought the Epic Edition and whatnot, so I just went for that. And for some reason I have the Fiery Heartsteed as well, which is a flying mount, so I'm fine with it. Well, anyway, time to actually do the quests and get the leveling done so we can start doing dungeons. No, they actually added the boots. It used to be that you couldn't get the boots for this set. You would have to use a lookalike from, I don't know, from something way later in the game, like BFA stuff. But now you just get them as one of the first greens that you get, and that's interesting. So I remember, way back in the day, I would ask how exactly you get the boots, and somebody said that you have to get it like a lookalike from a different transmog set. And now they added the boots to the first quest that you do. Well, not to the first quest that you do, but it's like the first green reward you get. That's interesting, because I do remember actually asking how to get these when I was doing another video where I had, unfortunately, had to go into Exile's Reach, which is not my favorite thing.
I tried to stop the ogres on my own.
They still haven't fixed this. This is dialogue that is not muted by lowering dialogue volume. Blizzard, please.
Now, tell me what's happened here.
Yeah, Shuja, tell us what happened here. I'll take 2 stamina. Yes, please. Big stam. See how we stack up against Killclaw the Terrible without heirloom gear. It's certainly going to take a while to kill, but I think with Flash of Light, we should be just fine. Yeah, this is reminiscent of Classic Paladin. I played a bit of Classic, and I played a Paladin, and it was very much like this. For some reason, my cast bar is not showing. I'm going to have to figure out what's up with that. Can't quite do it right now, because I can't open edit mode, but I don't have the console command for opening it. in my clipboard, so I can't just paste it in and open it up. But yeah, you can do kill collect. You have to heal yourself once, or twice, but you can do it. That's nice. We get some shoulders, nice. We didn't even have white shoulders, so we're getting there with the gear. We're definitely getting there with the gear. I like it. A bunch of greens. By the time we leave the island, we're going to have pretty much a full set of greens. I do believe we still get a chest piece and a headpiece and gloves. I don't know about jewelry, but maybe we get lucky and get something from the like dungeon thing that they make you do. That could be cool. I'm just hoping that I manage to get good value out of this light speed thing from helping that elemental or light elemental or whatever the heck it's called, because I only have like 3 minutes and less than 3 minutes of it remaining probably, so I gotta hustle through this area so I don't have to go back to walking speed. The nice thing about light speed is that you actually move at the same speed as a heirloom mount, so it basically completely negates the fact that we don't have an heirloom mount. What it doesn't negate, however, is the fact that I have no heirloom gear, so I am slow to kill things, which means I use most of this just standing there fighting things. But it's not a huge deal. Yeah, 80 seconds remaining. That's unfortunate. I don't think I'll be able to get everything done in those 80 seconds, but it's whatever. We got some kind of necklace from just killing these guys. I'll take it. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's interesting. All right, now I can actually finally choose protection as my spec. I feel like just tanking is going to be the best bet for a new account. If you're actually new to the game, I wouldn't recommend going for tank, but if you're experienced and you know how to tank and all that, I feel like you're just fine. Now, I really need to fix this whole cast bar thing. This whole cast bar thing is really, really annoying. So let me just open edit mode and figure out why the cast bar isn't showing. What is the actual issue here? Okay, so it was, I didn't actually change anything. I just clicked around on it and I don't actually want to see cast time. I'm good. There we go. Okay. I do feel like I should probably replace it with something that isn't the native UI, because the native UI kind of stands out next to all these bars and whatnots. But oh well, that'll do. Now we get to go into the actual dungeon, so let's queue up for that specifically. Apparently we can only go as DPS, even though I am a tank, so I don't know about all that. Oh, that's loud as hell. God damn. All right, well, the nice thing now that I have my, whatchamacallits, my spec, I actually do get a holy power from Judgment, so I get more than one holy power every 2.5 hours, what it feels like. And also, I get to see how much holy power I have, because previously I just didn't have the WeakAuras active because I didn't have a spec. I wasn't level 10. Also, I'm pretty sure I got Divine Steed. I don't know why it didn't drop to my bars. I think I also got some other abilities. For instance, Devotion Aura would be good to have active. Lay on Hands would be nice to have on my bars. I thought I had enabled adding things to my bars, but apparently not. I'm a little used to Holy, where Shield of the Righteous is on the global cooldown. For protection, it's not on global cooldown, so we're kind of good. Please don't actually murder me. Holy shit. Why is he doing so much damage? Jesus. I guess because I'm not supposed to be the tank, but whatever. We got a sword. Quite an upgrade for a sword. I'm happy with that. 12 slot bag. Let's replace the 6 slot empty bag that we have. Very nice. Big upgrades. Big upgrades. To be honest, this is actually kind of nice to get these bags and be able to replace them and get bigger ones and whatnot, because I don't have anything. I have nothing on this account. This is not the first character I've made on the account. I was just testing things out so that I can, plan out how I'm going to do the whole leveling thing and everything, but I've not ever completed. I haven't gotten to level 10, and I haven't actually gone and done anything past Exile's Reach, which obviously, right, if you haven't gotten past level 10, then you haven't finished Exile's Reach, because you hit level 10 before you even leave this place. Unless, I guess, you just go for all of the things that are just progressing the storyline and kill no extra mobs, maybe then. Holy shit. I'm lay on hands. Apparently I need to lay on hands. Jesus. Okay, we're saving our holy power for the heal. Holy mother of crap. What the hell is that about? Why? Whatever. It's annoying. I'm not supposed to be tanking. I guess Blizzard didn't really plan what happens if someone's a tank and goes in. It only lets you queue as DPS, right? But you could just straight up be protection or whatever, or be a tank spec, and you will have aggro. We're gonna go ahead and avoid that breath thing, because I have a feeling it would one-shot me. We're gonna bubble. Okay, it's one way to not have aggro, is just bubble. And there we go, we kill Ravnir. Did we get loot? We got a cloak. Nice, dude, nice. Big cloak, big loot. All right, I'll talk to you to get out of here. And then I think we get our last piece, which is the helmet or maybe chest piece. I'm not 100% sure. No, we need a chest piece and we need a helmet. I'm hoping we get both. So we get the helmet here, and I'm hoping the next piece that it gives me is the chest. Yes, there it is, the chest. Very nice. Now, I think since this is a brand new character, I actually have to do the whole introduction. I hope not. I really genuinely hope not, because that would suck. But hey, you know, you got to do what you got to do. Man, they gave me like the shittiest Wyvern they had. This dumbass got holes in its wings. This Uber's getting like a 2-star review. It kind of sucks. All right, now we're hoping after I take this that I don't actually have to. It looks like I have to. Oh man. All right, well, let's equip the chest piece. Yeah, it looks, I can't skip it. So I have to do this whole thing. But I think they've improved it. I think he puts down he gets on a mount and you just get to go with him. Let's head to the stables. And I think, yeah, he just drives you there. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to grab my phone and play my little mobile phone game thing that I have going on. Your destination is to the right. All right, so we got our Tawny Windrider. So you do get a flying mount immediately as soon as you hit level 10, which is good. I think I can use my cool mount, the Algarian thing. Hell yeah. Can I summon that in? Look at that. That's amazing. Okay, cool. I guess I'm supposed to speak to someone inside. Yes, the Paladin trainer. He's got a cool freaking weapon. Look at that thing. That is a cool weapon. I would like that weapon, sir. How am I able to gain this weapon? Does anyone know what that weapon is? Because it looks cool as hell. I really like it. From a practical standpoint, it looks like it would fall apart the second you hit someone. But from a aesthetic standpoint, looking good. All right, this provisioner guy, he sells some stuff. Does he have? No, he doesn't. This is a two-hander. I don't really care about two-handers. I just want a one-hander because I'm going to put in protection. I thought that he might sell a shield, but what he does do is he buys all this shit I don't need. So that is going to be great. Maybe I want to hold on to these healing potions. They might actually be useful. We're going to put them on, I don't know, G. I'll have something else on G at some point, but for now, we'll have this. I really want to hide my helmet and my tabard. Tabard? I have no idea. And I'm supposed to make this in my home. I can do that. Boom. And now the Dragon Isles await. Isn't that wonderful? Oh, I guess I don't actually have skywriting, do I? I have to learn it on the Dragon Isles. No way, dude. Okay, well, that's gonna kind of suck, but whatever. At least we have some kind of mount or whatever. I also seem to have some kind of quest from this guy that I just not take that. Oh, Shadowfang Keep, and I get the... Okay, well, I don't really care about that. I'm going to be doing Timewalking dungeons, so I won't be completing that quest. Oh, I can teleport directly to Abyssian if I just use this scale thing. I could do that. I'm going to destroy the Hearthstone because I don't need it, because I think I have a toy. Yes, I do have a toy that I can put right here. Also, I think my edit mode stuff is just out of date because a lot of this stuff is overlapping and it's really not meant to. And this height needs to be reduced significantly. There we go. Very good. Let's save that now. There's going to be quite a few things that I have to move around like that. It's a little bit annoying, but we'll get it all done. And we're almost done with Orgrimmar. I think I can just... Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't have to actually wait for the boat. I can just teleport. That's kind of nice. What was that always there? I feel like that wasn't always there. Or did they add that at the beginning because people couldn't take the boat to the Dragon Isles? All right, well, I'm gonna have to keep doing this quest line until I get the mount, which is a little bit annoying. I'll deal with it. Or rather, not the mount, but skywriting. Skywriting is what I'm interested in. Once I have skywriting, I'm just gonna stop doing the quests. For some reason, I seem to be just one-shotting pretty much everything that's here. Kind of weird and stupid. It took me forever to kill things over on Exile's Reach, and now I'm just like one-tapping things with Judgment. Like, look at this. I just, boom. Just one shot. I don't even know if it crit or not. I just know that it killed it. It did 465 damage. This thing has, what, 156 health? What is going on? Why is it so easy now? I guess they scaled Exile's Reach, but they didn't scale this. It's freaking weird, man. Or maybe I'm just that good, man. I'm just built different. I'm a press 6 to doubt on that one, Chief. I think I have to go down here to be able to help them. Yes. So one thing I need to start worrying about is actually my gold amount, because I'm going to need some better bags than what I've gotten so far. This is a nice bag, 24 instead of a 6. That'll do. That'll do indeed. But yeah, I still feel like I need kind of bags. Now, one thing I could do is there's bags hidden in different places that you can just pick up off the ground in what's it called? Or like fight enemies for. and I could look up those and save a bit of gold, but the amount of gold needed for the bags is actually kind of low, so I kind of don't care. At this point, I took a break, and when I came back to my PC and turned it back on, my recording software decided to go full stupid, and as we all know, you never go full stupid. Basically, it decided that it shouldn't use my microphone that it had been using up until this point, and instead use a different one that was hardware muted, so it recorded nothing. Honestly, I blame myself. I recently moved, and while setting up my PC in the new place, I also got some new hardware, and it reset some of my settings. Luckily, I still have the footage, so I'm just going to voice over it. Anyway, from this point, I just did the quest line until we unlocked dragon riding, or skywriting, whatever you want to call it. This took me longer than I'd like to admit because I just really didn't feel like questing, but once we got it done, I skedaddled over to Orgrimmar. Once there, I made a transmog set using the only set we have available, the Exile's Reach gear, and we named it Grunt appropriately. Then we turned on Chromie time, specifically Burning Crusade, but it didn't matter which one I did, any would do. The reason we do that is so that rares and quests in pretty much any legacy zone scale to our level, so we can get good EXP from them. We also visited the trading post, so we can buy the cool horse, even though it doesn't fly. Blizzard, please make it fly, it's so cool, pretty please. And the twerking pig. Seriously, it twerks. I don't know, man. Since this is a new account, I figured I'd try to get the transmogs from the Goblin event, seeing as my current transmog options were, well, non-existent. For this purpose, I grabbed a WeakAuras that just shows me when and where the events are. With that done, I started flying around killing rare mobs, mining and herbing while waiting for a dungeon queue to pop. One thing I didn't notice when I was queuing is that I queued as DPS, not as a tank, because that's what I had to queue as back on Exile's Reach, and I forgot to switch to tank before queuing. I apologized to the group, explained that I had no two-hand weapon, and then proceeded to try to not annoy our actual tank too much. Luckily, the group didn't mind, so we cleared the Everbloom. Luckily, the group didn't mind, so we cleared the Everbloom with no issues and moved on to... Luckily, the group didn't mind, so we cleared the Everbloom with no issues and moved on to... Luckily, the group didn't mind, so we cleared the Everbloom with no issues and moved on to more room... I'm going to fucking explode. Luckily, the group didn't mind, so we cleared the Everbloom with no issues and moved on to more rare mob grinding and gathering until we hit level 30. Obviously, grinding rares and gathering isn't faster than spamming Timewalking dungeons, as far as leveling is concerned, but I just felt like watching something on my other monitor and mindlessly grinding, so that was more fun for me. Before heading into another Timewalking dungeon, I made some mouse over macros. I prefer mouse over macros because they give me more control than just using the in-game setting for mouse over casting. Also, I had to configure click to use some of my keybinds, namely the mouse keybinds. If you use a mouse keybind, for example middle mouse button, with a mouse over macro on a unit frame, the unit frame will quote-unquote consume that mouse button press and not actually execute the macro. With click, you can fix that, so I use it to make sure that it works with my current unit frame add-on called Shadowed Unit Frames. I'm sure there's unit frame add-ons that don't have this issue, but mine does, so I have to work around it using click. Anyway, for the next dungeon, we got an Addons, which is by far one of the quickest dungeons you could run in Warlords of Draenor Timewalking. An issue, however, is that Azakel, the third boss, has tuning issues. He puts a dot on people that takes for far more health than they have if they're not a very high level. So when I saw him casting it, I bubbled and he promptly murdered our warlock friend instead. Once Addons was finished, I decided to take my mining grind to the next level. I did this by going to Silithus and farming the bejesus out of thorium. Not only was thorium selling for a solid 9 gold per ore, the arcane crystals almost always sold well. Again, this is not even close to the most efficient leveling or gold making I could do, but it scratches an itch in some part of my autistic brain. I mean, I even made a WeakAuras that goes ka-ching every time I loot an arcane crystal. Pure dopamine. After some grinding, we did hit level 40, so we did another dungeon. We had a warrior that loved charging ahead of me and spamming whirlwind for some reason, but without him, we would have had a hard time. And that's because the second boss in Shadowmoon Burial Grounds has a similar issue to the third boss in Addons. It wipes your group, if your group is full of lobies. The dot you get from the intermission phase where you have to destroy your soul clone or whatever, it just one-shots you if you're not a high enough level. Bugs like this are perfectly understandable because Blizzard is a small indie company that can't afford testing their content or fixing bugs. A multi-dollar company, if you will. Jokes aside, with our whirlwind machine, we were able to clear even this boss, and the rest of the dungeon was fairly uneventful. And that's pretty much it for episode 1 of the new account series. Drop a like and subscribe if you're excited for the next episode. And if you made it this far, include the word crystal in your comment because getting arcane crystals is pure dopamine. But as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.